All right, so today I'm going to be taking you guys through the entire process of how I set up my whole house water system. Now this is going to include a spin down sediment filter, a smart water shutoff valve, a 3-stage whole house water filter, and to top it all off, a water softener. This is just going to guarantee that the water coming into the house is as clean and natural as possible. All right, so taking things back to the beginning, I wasn't entirely sure how big the system was going to be, so I ended up just taking a couple of these Husky cabinets off the wall to give us enough space. And I was going to cut this 4-foot by 8-foot sheet of plywood, but I decided, you know what, we're just going to put the whole thing up there, and if we use less, then I can cut it off later. But for now, we're going with a 4-foot by 8-foot sheet of plywood. This is 3/4 inch thick, and we'll secure it into the wall with 3 studs with some 3-inch lag bolts. Before we go hanging any equipment, I had to, work through the process a little bit just to make sure everything gets laid out correctly. It looks good, it's functional, and everything has, proper spacing. So I'm gonna start over here to make sure that our lines run up. Now, once we work our way up and around, then I can kind of play with the spacing of each piece of equipment just to make sure that it has enough space for not only the equipment, but for the bypass loop. So the first piece of equipment that's gonna be installed, and the first thing in the whole system, is gonna be the Mega Spin Down Sediment Filter from Water Drop. Now the reason why this is the first thing is because this acts as the first line of defense and catches any large particles that are coming through the water line. All right, so inside of the box, we've got some adapters here that'll connect this filter to 1-inch NPT lines. We've got a bracket that will secure into the wall and hold the unit in place. And lastly, a wrench that we can use to loosen the filter housing and replace that cotton filter periodically. Now, getting this thing out of the box, it feels very solid and very well built. Now to install this, we've got this hardware here that will secure on the ends of the filter. Now there's a gasket, make sure you don't forget that. Now technically, if you're using the gasket, you don't need Teflon tape or pipe dope. I threw a little pipe dope on the ends just because, and we'll tighten that on by hand until it's nice and seated. Then we'll go ahead and finish tightening that down with the wrench. Then I'll go ahead and do the same thing on the other side. All right, so after that first adapter here, now it's going to kind of vary based on how you kind of want to run your setup. Since I'm going to be using 1-inch PEX A lines, I'm going with this 1-inch NPT to PEX A 1-inch adapter. So we'll go ahead, I'm using pipe dope and Teflon tape, and we'll secure that on there. And I'll do the same thing on the other side as well. All right, so we got all the attachments set up for the spin down filter. I'm gonna go ahead and plumb this whole thing out with the bypass and the valves on each side right now so that I can just place it against the wall and get an idea of where it's gonna go. Because if I don't, and I just set the unit now and plumb everything off of that while it's hanging, now I don't really have an idea of where everything's gonna land, and I kind of want it to sit within the board and look good. Now with all the connections and the plumbing I'm doing in this project, it's gonna be PEX A and not PEX B. And the reason for that, in the past, I've used PEX B. It worked out, had no issues. But the reason why people say PEX A is better than PEX B is because with PEX B, all of the couplings, the elbows, they go inside the pipe. So that reduces the overall interior diameter of the pipe, thus reduces a little bit of water pressure, reduces the flow, just a hair, right? But if you got 12, 13, 14 fittings, in the full system, it becomes more substantial. So the reason why PEX A is quote unquote superior is because couplings all get expanded past the initial diameter of the pipe. It goes on and then it shrinks to it. So you don't lose any pressure, your hole doesn't shrink through the system. So you keep a constant water pressure and all of these attachments don't affect it. Now elbows and bends, those make a big difference, but couplings and valves, those won't make a difference because the interior diameter of the pipe will stay the same. Now the only caveat to PEX A and why a lot of people don't do it is because you need an expensive tool. So right here I've got the Milwaukee M12 expander. Now this is for PEX A pipe. And this thing, you know, just the tool alone is like 500 bucks. And so I got this from Home Depot, and I may or may not be returning it when I'm done.
So this Milwaukee M12 PEX expansion tool did not cut it for the 1-inch pipe. It's probably fine if you're using 3/4, half-inch lines, but with this 1-inch rings, it was not working the best. Even though I made sure that the point of the tool was nice and greased, it still ended up overheating after about a dozen connections. So you'll see me switch to the DeWalt tool shortly after, but yeah, keep that in mind. This M12, if you're using 1-inch PEX, not gonna cut it. Now besides that, for all the pieces of pipe here, I went with 4.5-inch pieces of PEX A pipe, just because I think I looked it up and the minimum was around 4 inches. So give yourselves a little extra and put 4.5 in between each valve and connection. Now for the bypass here in the middle, we just plumbed it out to have the bypass somewhat centered to the equipment.
All right, so after the spin down sediment filter, next up we've got the Fin Plus 2nd Gen. So two things before I install the Fin Plus that I didn't know, but I'm glad now I know before I, messed anything up. One, the threads on here take NPS, not MPT. So most of the, typical 1-inch NPT threading on all the pipe fittings, this will not fit on here. This one needs NPS, which is like a water meter fitting. So to get the adapter, you have to go to like a plumbing supply store. So that's where I ended up getting this. Second caveat, on the Mow and Flow and on the Fin Plus, they're 3/4-inch fittings on both the 1-inch and the 3/4 model. So to be able to hook this up to the 1-inch line, I had the NPS adapter with a 3/4 union, and then we've got the PEX A fitting on the end. Save yourself the headache. Make sure you get NPS threaded adapters. I think they also sell them on the website. I just kind of ordered it quick because I was trying to get this in. And then yes, both the 1-inch and the 3/4 inch take 3/4 piping. So it'll be a small, little bottleneck here. But even on the Mow and Flow, I saw that both the 1-inch and the 3/4 inch both take the 3/4, housing. It's only when you step up to the 1.25 inch where that gets a fully redesigned body. So, I mean, it is what it is, but I'd rather have it and take the bottleneck than not. So, yeah, now you know.
So for all the connections in this, again, using Teflon tape and pipe dope, get it started by hand and tighten it with the wrenches. Now make sure you use that second wrench on the back end so you're not putting all that pressure on those plastic threads.
All right, that's one side done. Now we gotta do the other side. All right, so next up we've got the water drop whole house filter. So the 3-stage filter is important because with municipal water, how do they treat it? They dump a bunch of chlorine and other chemicals in there to kill bacteria, sanitize it, and they just pump it out to everyone's houses, right? Well, we're showering in that, it dries out our skin, it's not healthy. So we got the whole house filter here. It's got 3 stages. This is gonna help filter out all of that. So this is gonna be the next step, getting mounted.
So within this main 3-stage house filter, there are 7 independent stages that reduce 97.7% of chlorine, rust, sediment, odors, and other contaminants.
So for the inlet and outlet on the water filter, we're starting off with this male coupling, and then we're gonna put a female PEX adapter on top, and then that will get threaded like that.
So on top of the contaminants reduction, this whole house filter is NSF and ANSI certified, so it has lead-free materials for safe water consumption. It has a high capacity at 100,000 gallons in between filter changes and strong flow at 15 gallons per minute flow rate. It features a durable and leak-free design. Anything under 300 PSI is insured for no leaks. On top of all that, it has easy installation, simple setup with no plumber needed. So this 3-stage filter was pretty hefty, so I just temporarily mounted on the wall so we could start plumbing the bypass. Once I knew where it was going to land, I moved it over just so we could finish the plumbing connections. So I did that, tied it into the rest of the system, threw a little support here in the middle so you could keep things nice and straight, plumbed in the rest of the bypass here, and then we were good to go. All right, so next up in the system, we have the final step, which is the water softener. So I already unboxed these, but this is the 6400 grain water softener and brine tank from Water Drop. So unboxing the water softener, everything was nicely packaged inside the brine tank. So we've got the sleeve cover for the resin tank, we've got our drain and brine tubes, and the head unit for the resin tank itself. So I definitely jumped the gun on putting the jacket on here. I ended up having to roll it back down a little bit to install the head unit, so hold off on that. But to install the head unit, I added some plumber silicone here to the gasket. This just keeps it nice and moisturized, keeps it from getting bound up when you're tightening it on as well. Did that for all the rest of the gaskets for the water softener, and then screwed that on for the bypass filter. Now for the bypass, it just snaps into place, and these clips just lock it into place. So we got that situated, and then there's a sensor here that needs to go on the outlet to tell it how much water is leaving the system. Now for setting up the brine tank, you have a brine line that goes into this well here. So you're gonna plug that into the pipe connection here, and then make sure to put that clip in so it locks it into place. Put the top back on, and that's all there is for that. After that setup, I secured the brine line to the water softener. That's the drain line. After that, we finished a couple connections on the system, ran the power cable for the Fin Plus, and then the drain line for the sediment filter down to the sink below.
All right, so we're getting close. We're almost done. Now, one of the main things that I've been holding off till the very end to do was cut open the water loop.
So moving right along, I used one of the copper pipe cutting tools to cut the water loop open here. I wasn't entirely sure how much water was going to come out, but thankfully it wasn't too much. So getting that cut off, we can toss that portion of the loop, clean up any excess paint here that was on the lines so we can get ready to make these connections. Make sure you deburr the inside and wipe them off nice and clean. After that, we can go ahead, hit it with some flux, and get ready to solder our connections. So we torch it up, and boom, throw a little solder in there. It will fill in all the gaps and give us a nice solid connection. On the other side, we'll do the same exact thing, and then we've got two adapters. One is going to be NPT to connect to the end of the system, and then for the water coming in, we'll use a PEX A so that it can connect straight with the PEX A piping to the input of the system up top. Besides that, make sure you score up your pipe, clean it nice and clean and deburred, and then you shouldn't have a problem with soldering on those adapters. Now once everything was cleaned and cooled down, I did do a water test here just to confirm which way the water's going in. You don't want to assume it's one thing and have the water coming in the wrong way for your system. So once that was good, went ahead and ran some PEX A piping from the input, used the stainless steel flexible hoses to connect the final connections from the softener rest of the house, cracked open all the valves and let the water start filling up. Now once I got to the water softener, we had to crack the bypass valve to slowly let the system fill and purge all of the air out of the drain line. Once all the air was out, you could see the yellow water here. This is just from rinsing out the tank. Yellow. So the system was running its initial startup and went through a couple of refilling and rinsing stages to get the tank ready to use. Now I've got it draining right here into the sink, and now while that was going on, it took about 45 minutes, so I hung up all of the wrenches to change out the filters, made a little log for all of the filters so I can keep track of what's going on, and we were good to go. And with that, this is the full Water Drop whole house water system setup. So to run you through it, let's start at the beginning where the water comes into the house, up this pipe and into the first line of defense, the spin down sediment filter. This keeps the big particles out so everything downstream can work better. Now it's been 2 weeks since I've had the system up and running, and that was enough time to allow the filter to catch some incoming sediment in the line. So this pre-filter features a 50 micron alloy screen, features a backwash/flush function to clean out trapped sediment, and is built like an absolute tank. After that, I installed the Fin Plus 2nd Gen Smart Water Shutoff. Now this measures microscopic changes in the water pressure 240 times a second to detect leaks ranging from pinholes to full-on pipe bursts. Now it uses an ultrasonic flow sensor which has no moving parts, making it highly durable against debris and mineral buildup. It can also prevent severe flood damage if a leak were to occur. Now you can also turn it on and off your water supply remotely from the app. You can turn on away mode to increase system sensitivity when you're away. It runs daily plumbing checks to make sure you don't have any leaks, and the app measures water pressure, temperature, and water flow. Lastly, you can also potentially get a home insurance discount if your warranty accepts the Fin device. So moving right on down the line, next we have the 3-stage whole house water filter from WaterDrop. Now this features a cotton filter, a composite activated carbon filter, and a granular active carbon filter. Now this has been third-party tested to remove 97.72% of chlorine, lead, and mercury, which will help with odor and taste. Now this is NSF and ANSI certified. It features a high capacity and strong flow with 100,000 gallons and 15 GPM, and all that being said, it is also built very solid and rated to handle up to 300 PSI. Now the last step of the process, we have the WHR01C water softener. Now with all the water being filtered, the last step is to soften it up to prevent pipes, faucets, and water heaters from mineral buildup, which will extend appliance lifespans. It eliminates the drying materials, leaving you with soft skin and hair. It keeps your washing machine running better and helps eliminate white spots on your glassware in the dishwasher. This unit is built with an upgraded cross-link resin for stronger performance and longevity. It has a ceramic valve head for added durability, built-in bypass filter, features efficient upflow regeneration, and lastly, it's backed by a 10-year warranty for the tank. Now, one other thing I don't think I mentioned but was very helpful in setting this entire system up was these wall-mounted pipe brackets. I got them on Amazon. I will leave the link down below. Now, in addition to the whole setup, I did go ahead and plumb in the garage sink as well as a little urinal, so I can go ahead and, take care of business when I'm in the garage and just doesn't mess up the flow. Besides that, everything is fully done, set up, and overall, I am very happy to finally have this set up. You can immediately tell a difference in the water taste and the feeling in the shower. Now, if you're interested in any of these products used, I will leave all the links down below, and thank you to WaterDrop for sponsoring this video.